Hi guys, I want to introduce a new segment that I'm going to be adding to my YouTube channel, and again you'll also see this kind of as a separate section probably on my blog as well. What we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is have a question and answer type videos with Simply Intertwined. So what that means is I've been asked a lot of questions about looming over the last 3 years, and I try to kind of answer them within 24 hours to the person. And sometimes, like if you notice in a video, if someone's, I'll say the gauge of the loom, and I'll say, well, the gauge is the space between, that kind of thing. I'm going to try to have them more separate from the tutorials a little bit, so that way if a newbie is like, what is the gauge of the loom, that would be a title, and the video would be the space between the pegs, or so forth. So what's going to happen is you can comment below this video with a question. I will answer the question hopefully within 24 hours with some sort of response, whether I know the answer or directing you to another place. And then probably over the course of the weeks that video will also pop up as, that question will pop up in a video that I do as well. This is just to kind of, I think, help people that have specific questions, and I will list, I will have a separate page on my blog, probably called frequently asked questions or so, and it will link to every time I do a question video what the question was, and you can click it and go into the video. I thought this would be a great opportunity because I know excuse me, that the looming community is huge and that we all learn differently, and I know I'm very thankful for everyone that follows me on Facebook, follows me in any groups I'm in, follows me on YouTube. I'm very thankful. I'm shocked actually how much this has kind of blossomed in the past 3 years, so I'm definitely inspired to keep going. And I just wanted to take the time to kind of give back and say, I get asked these questions both privately and publicly, and I want to take the time to say, what, if this person has this question, chances are someone else does, and they may be just a little scared to ask. I was that kind of kid in high school. I didn't really like to ask questions. That changed later on. I now am the person that will usually ask a lot of questions when I go out now. My husband takes me along for that reason because I will tend to think of questions he won't if we're at a bank asking questions, Anywho, back to topic. So, I will do my best to respond to people within 24 hours to their question. Now, keep in mind that I live in the Eastern time zone, and that may affect the time that you leave your question and I respond. So obviously, you can ask questions 24 hours a day, obviously. Midnight, a question pops in your head, go ahead and message me, and chances I'll see it, because typically I look throughout the day for any messages that I get. So I get up probably a little bit before 6 o'clock in the morning to get my daughter ready for school. So from about that time until probably about 9 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time, I'm checking for messages and anything that I need to respond to. I try to do my best to respond within 24 hours, because if you're taking the time out of your day to ask me a question, and you're following me on YouTube, and you're following me on Facebook, the best thing I can do is when you ask a question, respond to it. And the other thing you should know is that when the questions are responded to by Simply Intertwined, that's me. There's nobody else involved. If I have to ask somebody, a fellow loomer, to maybe help me answer the question, that's true, but the response you get is from me. I have nobody else that runs Simply Intertwined. It's all me. So you will know that when the question is answered, that it's not somebody that's an administrator, somebody that's a moderator. It is me. The person that runs Simply Intertwined will be the person that answers the question for you. I think that is only fair. That's kind of what I want. I kind of call this my business, my fun business, and part of it is I want to make sure people know that when you are talking to Simply Intertwined, when you're commenting on my Facebook page, when you're commenting on my YouTube page, I'm seeing it. I'm responding. It's not, I don't have moderators or anybody else. I don't have administrators on Facebook that are going in there and posting stuff for me. I do it all myself because I love the interaction with people, and I hate when you talk to a company and you have to go through the rundown of everybody there to try to get to the head person. No, when you ask a question of Simply Intertwined, you get the head person. That's just the way I feel. I feel like that way I can control what's said. It's my business. It's my project that I decided to do. I should be the one, that's answering the questions for you. I do belong to different groups and such. I took over a group that I may not do as much with, but I was asked to take it over, and I'm trying my best. And like I said, I belong to different groups, and I'm trying to get more organized into that, into keeping track of where I kind of am. I feel like I want to make sure that people know that Simply Intertwined, which is Virginia, really cares. I care about my loomers a lot. I don't want you feeling, you know, and that's why I want to take this time to answer your questions specifically. I mean, comment below, email me at simplyintertwined@yahoo.com. Go on my Facebook page, private message me on there, or put it publicly and I'll respond as well. Trying to think. Those are the best ways to get a hold of me. And again, make sure that when you're going to find me on Facebook, that you look for Simply Intertwined and not my name, Virginia Galligan, because that's my personal page, and I'm trying to keep, you know, Simply Intertwined business kind of separate, so that way I don't get confused on what I've answered, what I haven't. So make sure you search Simply Intertwined, and you'll see my face on the page as well to let you know that you've got the right place. But again, send those questions. I will try to again respond within 24 hours, and then I will turn around and at some point have a video up about it. I'll create a separate playlist. I'll create a separate page on my blog that will list them, so as they're getting done, you'll see them there. They won't be under the complete YouTube list that I have now for the tutorials. It'll be a separate page, probably called like frequently asked questions or something, or Q&A with simple, I mean, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. But that's where I'll put these videos that answer specific questions. So I hope this will help. I hope this helps people that are new coming to looming as a way to kind of go in and get some of the questions asked. And I hope it's something that even people that are veterans of looming will kind of appreciate as well. So have a great day, and again, send those questions and I'll get busy as a bee as I can to answer them.